So YouTube is cooperating, but maybe Facebook not so much. Let's see. Maybe. It's a little bit off. If Facebook is doing some crazy thing, you have to. Start and or stop and start over. Just going. Okay, I think Facebook is going to cooperate this time. So, what is YouTube? Oh man, Facebook is not going to cooperate. All right, so I don't know what's going on over there on Facebook, but it's being a little screwy. So, if you want to pop over to YouTube, might be smart. No, it's too high. So there's a little bit of a tweaking with the cats being in here. And I'm not sure. I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna shut this down and restart and see if maybe we can't be cool because it keeps doing weird stuff. Although now it seems to be nope. Sorry, y'all. I love technology when it works properly. And when it doesn't, it's like such a giant inconvenience, which just makes me laugh a little bit. Because I'm like old school. That's what I wanted. And I am of the dial-up days, so I don't know what I could possibly be complaining about. But we still do. No, Facebook is just unhappy this morning. Yeah? No. Telling me wireless connection, but I have a full signal, so God knows. All right, so I'm not gonna fool with it any longer. It's telling me it's on my end, but this is where I broadcast from all the time, so I don't know. And the signal looks good, so I'm gonna try it one more time. My broadcast must be 4 seconds long. Well, you got me frozen, so I can't even finish it. Whatever. All right. So, hello, YouTube. Sorry for all the mess. All right. So we're still hosting our kitties, and life is, a little crazy, but here we are. And if you, like me, have eaten too much over the last couple of days, or eaten things that your body just isn't used to eating, which is pretty much the case, it's time to reset and get back to it. So the intention behind today is to do a lot of twists. And you can take those very deep or just nice and gentle. 2 things to remember is to lengthen your spine and align your spine. So if you're all crooked and then you try and twist on top of that, no good. Or if you're all feeling compressed, slouchy, and then you twist on top of that, it's not so great there either. So just remember those two things, being aware of the length of your spine, and then the twist is what it is, right? It doesn't have to be crazy deep. Just feeling it nice and even up through the spine. And we'll take those twists everywhere. So seated, standing, upside down, just joking. Oh, maybe no Facebook. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. So let's begin here seated with the heels aligned to the groin as much as you can manage, making sure that you feel upright on your pelvis. So of course, that's where we start every time. Lifting the pelvic floor, we want to pull the belly in and up. We're tall through the sides. Again, that length through your spine. Crown of the head even reaching toward the ceiling. Try to relax your hips and your shoulders. And just be here for a second, noticing anything going on in your body that you might need to be a little gentle with. Or an area that you're like, oh my God, I have to stretch this right now. Right. Finding your breath and just sitting with it for a minute. Noticing whether it's a little more into the chest or more into the belly. Whether your inhales are as long as your exhales. Breathing all through the nose. Bring that into a yoga breath. So the breath gets a little bigger. Maybe a little smoother. Definitely down into the belly. And the inhales and exhales are pretty even. And then just kind of sitting with that even. Noticing if anything feels different just from simply breathing differently. Keeping what you have. Let's go ahead and extend the arms out to the sides. With an inhale, stretch them up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring them back down again. We'll do that again. And then once more. Come back to the top. And this time as you exhale, bring that right hand in front of you and the left hand behind you. Inhale back to the top again, rotate back to center, and switch, bring the left hand forward and the right hand up. So moving side to side like that. And we're thinking a lot about what our arms are doing, but think about where your torso is twisting. More from the belly, more from your shoulders. Just kind of check it out. Make sure you're still nice and tall. Connected to your breath. So the next time you have your right hand forward, go ahead and hold that. Check in, make sure you still feel even on your pelvis, your spine is tall. And then using the floor just a little bit, right? Imagine sweeping the right hand to the right, pulling against that left hand to draw the body around a little deeper into the twist. Still nice and tall. Take one more nice big breath here. And on the next inhale, make your way back to center. Switch to the left hand in front and hold here. Again, still sitting nice and tall. Allowing that twist to deepen if and when you're ready. With the next inhale, make your way back to center. release the arms. Come on back to the top, inhale. Exhale, just the right hand. Give yourself a little tip to the right. Sit bones rooted, spine tall, big breath. Inhaling back up to the middle. And then switching over to the left. Inhaling back to center. Over to the right again. A little deeper with this big breath. Back to center. And then over to the left. Back up to the top. Exhale and release the arms. All right. So hands to the knees here. With the inhale, draw the shoulder blades together on the back and let the chest lift up and through. Exhale around through the spine, dropping your chin toward your belly button. And then just in and out like that. Moving as evenly up and down the spine as you can. One more flow like that. And then back to a nice tall neutral spine. So let's take the soles of the feet together here. Hang on to the ankles, draw the heels in, sitting nice and tall. Elbows at the inner hips here, and then hinging forward. And even if it's just the tiniest little bit, don't stress it. Just finding the beginnings of that stretching through the inner hip. Maybe you're feeling your lower back, your outer hips. Nice and gentle. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. And let's extend the legs out long. So feet flexed, toes pointing at the ceiling. We want to sit up nice and tall here. Let's reach the arms. And we're going to hinge forward. Again, don't worry about touching your toes until you feel the stretch, and then let your hands fall regardless of where that might be. So imagine lifting your chest, leading with it toward your toes rather than your hands or your head. Just taking a couple of nice big breaths, feeling the stretch develop. One more nice big breath here in our fold. And with the inhale, let's bring it back to center. Release the arms, and we're going to come around onto hands and knees. Instead of being in hands and knees, let's go ahead and make our way to kneeling plank. So hands forward or knees back, whatever works. Even on the four corners of the hands. Belly pulled in line with the spine. Shoulders are neutral on the back. We're going to take this right foot out to the right side of the mat, stay on the knee, and then open the body out to the left here. So the right hand in a straight line as if you were standing up, sort of. Let's go ahead and take the ceiling and then breathe, bringing this left hand between the body and the floor, reaching behind us here. Inhale, coming back up, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Taking just a couple more like that, really reach up and then reach back. One more. Back to the ceiling. Let's get that left arm over, or bring the left arm over the ear, my goodness. And stretch from your left fingertips all the way through the left toes. Releasing that, let's make our way back into kneeling plank. And we're going to second side, same idea. Taking that left foot out to the left, bringing the body out to the right. Right, check your alignment, make sure you're nice and long. Extend the right arm up toward the ceiling, and then with the breath, thread it through. Exhaling, inhaling back up. Taking just a few more like that. Again, really feel like you're reaching away. We're going to go once more. Reach it up. Begin here and take the arm alongside the ear. Make the right side of your body extra long. And then back up to the top. Into kneeling plank. And back down into a child's pose. And the arms extended or the hands back. Sinking down into the hips. Making your way back up into an all fours position. Another twist here. Take the right hand, palm face up, and leave it underneath, maybe elbow to the center of the mat here, or reach over and drop the shoulder to the center of the mat. So you want to make sure you're not leaning too far forward or too far back. Right in the middle, basically where your hands were, yeah. So that you feel like you're not leaning on your head. Body weight's on the shoulder. Pressing more into the left hand and the right arm. Taking that twist around a little deeper. Breathing. And today's not the twist, but of course, if you wanted to add in the fun balance things, extending the left arm or the left leg, entirely up to you. Take just another big breath. And then gently release what you got there. Make your way back to your all fours. And switch, taking the left hand under, elbow or shoulder down. And then using the floor to bring the body around a little deeper into that twist. And again here, remember that you can add the other pieces, but it's really about that twist, using the floor. You could take the right hand and wrap it around your back to draw the shoulders around a little bit more, if that's you. And then simply release what you got. Make your way back to all fours. Into our kneeling plank again. This time lifting the knees, holding in a full plank for just a moment, nothing crazy. Head in line with the spine, the belly's in. And then let's let the hips coming to our first down dog. Let yourself wiggle, as always. Begin to settle in, pressing the chest back. Nice and even in the four corners of the hands, always. From here, lifting the right leg. Open the hip, bending at the knee. Think knee toward the ceiling and that left heel toward the floor. We're going to square up the hips and step forward into lunge. Releasing the back knee to the floor, finding your alignment here. So ankle over knee, no, knee over ankle. And then take the right leg straight-ish. Prop if you need to prop, of course. Right, you can even prop up on your thigh if that's you. Blocks if you like. Bend the knee, come forward. Sweeping the legs toward each other here. Really stay nice and squared through the pelvis. Climb on up on this right leg, lifting the upper body. From here, you can keep it simple by bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee and the right hand to the hip and adding a twist. If you want to get fancy, take the right hand, bend your left knee, and see if you can find this foot back here. So if that's too much for your knee, forget about it. It's not that important. All right? Pulling against the knee a little bit to draw the belly around some more. Gently release the foot back there. Release your twist. Take the leg straight again. Once more, then go ahead and bend into the knee. Come up on the thigh, lifting the chest. We're going to add a little bit of a back bend here. So really pressing away from the leg here, keeping the chin tucked toward the throat. You can add the arms if you like, maybe interlace behind your back. You can take cactus arms or extend the arms alongside the ears, wherever you need. Keep the legs sweeping toward each other. Let's gently release it. Make your way back to down dog. And we'll move to the second side. So extending the left leg, opening the hip, bending at the knee. Again, find that space and length. Right heel dropping to the floor, even if it doesn't. Left knee reaching for the ceiling. And then let's release the twist, step forward into lunge on the second side. Go ahead and drop the back knee, adjust your stance here. When you're ready, take the left leg straight. We'll bend at the knee again. And even there's an option of just simply leaving your right hand raised and bringing your left hand to the head, right? But maybe give a little more of a quad stretch to your right leg and take the right hand to the outside of the knee. Sweeping the legs toward each other like crazy and twisting. Right? Maybe the left hand finds the right foot. And then you can add a little bit of that quad stretch, plus you're using the leg as leverage to pull around a little deeper into the twist. One more big breath. Gently release what you got. Take the leg straight again. Bend back into the knee. Making your way back up to the thigh again here. We're gonna stay square to the top of the mat, opening up into that little back bend, pressing away from the leg, using your arms wherever you feel best. Right? So maybe they stay where they are, behind your back, maybe cactus alongside the ears. Just take a moment. Gently make your way back up into the lunge again, and then back to your down dog. Walking the feet to meet the hands, come to a standing fold. Feet up underneath the hips. Bringing the hands up to the thighs, lifting the upper body parallel-ish to the floor, keeping the spine aligned, belly in, bending into the knees, into chin. So hang on if you need to, of course. Center, extend the arms, whatever makes you happy here. If you feel like you're sticking your butt out, tuck your tailbone under. Keep lifting the chest, feeling even on your feet. On an inhale, stretch up to the ceiling. And exhale, reach the arms. So we're going to work. I have a little here that keeps going on and off. Sorry if that's distracting. We're going to work into a twisting. Sorry. Getting obsessed with that stupid thing. Anyway, come to standing fold. This time, bring your feet together. And then we want to squeeze the legs in toward each other. Come into your chair. Sorry. So taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand can stay at the hip, rotating around. Twisting, yes? If this is challenging enough, you are done. Otherwise, adding on, this right elbow comes to the outside of the knee. Squeeze your knees together like crazy. Make sure that right one's not popping forward. Rotating around into our twist here. Find length through your spine. Nice big breaths. And then release that. Come to a standing fold again. Moving to our second side. Keep the legs squeezing in. Make your way to chair. And then add in the twist. So this left hand to the hip. Right, left hand to the outside of the knee. Right hand to the hip. Or left elbow. And you can work into the twist, making it less or more intense. And then release it. Back to the fold. Opening the feet into that hip bone distance again here. Let's go ahead and step the left foot way back for lunge. Drop the back heel, and then make it fancy. Take that left hand, sweep it forward, up and back, warrior two. Feeling even on your feet. Check you can see your big toe. And then cartwheel it back over into lunge. So we've been in our lunge before, and you can absolutely drop your back knee to the floor. Keep it simple. Left hand stays where it is, right hand to the hip. Bump it a little. left hand to the outside of the knee, or left elbow to the outside of the knee. And then you can bring the palms to touch and add fancy stuff if you want here. Beginning the twist is the idea, holding your lunge, make sure you're breathing. Gently release it. Walk the hands into the center of the straddle and just let yourself hang out for a second. Working the second side then, the right toes are pulled in a little bit, left toes turn toward the back of your mat, lifting the upper body, warrior two. Cartwheel back over into lunge. Adjust the back knee if you need, and then decide where you want to be. You can start one place and move on, right? If and when you're ready. So rotating around into the twist with the right hand on the floor, the right hand to the outside of the knee, or the right elbow to the outside of the knee. Another big breath. Release what you got and walk back to your straddle. Let yourself hang. And then we'll walk the hands back around to the top of the mat. And now step forward for fold. Taking a bend under the knee here. With an inhale, roll up through your spine. And come to stand. So then, let's keep it simple. Taking a tree and then twisting it. So all the weight over to the left, lift the right knee, open, and bring that foot to the inside of the left thigh. So your toes on the floor, at the calf, at the inner thigh, whatever makes you happy. Hug together. Find your length even here. So the tailbone's turned down, your bone's not sticking out, crown of your head reaching to the ceiling, your belly's engaged, yeah. Hands can stay at center, of course, but maybe extend toward the ceiling. With the breath, just like we did at the very beginning, as you exhale, take that right hand forward, reach the left hand back. Inhale, come on back to the middle. Take your left hand forward and your right hand back. So you're going to flow side to side like that. And if you keep your head looking at the same place, it might be a little easier. But if you want to get fancy, turn your face, turn your eyeballs. We're going to go one more time on each side, standing on this left foot. Maybe. When you're back to center, go ahead and release your arms and release your feet. So, second side, same idea. All the way to the right. Lift the left, open at the knee, and again, bring this foot in. And being as we're moving, maybe taking it a little bit less intense than you might otherwise. Right? And if you need your toe on the floor, if you need to hang onto a wall, feel free. Hug in, lengthen, and the arms. This time as you begin, maybe take the left hand forward and the right hand back. With the breath, side to side. One more time on each side. When you're back to center, exhale and release. Nice one, nice, right? So from the top of the mat then, let's inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. And we're gonna go ahead and drop on back into our down dog. We'll take the knees and sit back into a child's pose. Coming to sit up on the heels here. And then taking the legs around into a seated fold. So with the legs forward, fully extended, even on the sit bones, nice and tall through the spine. Check. We'll reach up and fold forward. Keeping the spine long. This fold is probably deeper than the first one, right? Another big breath. With the inhale, making your way back up to the top. And then releasing. We're going to open the feet. Come into a straddle. Doesn't have to be a big straddle, just a nice little stretching through the inner hips here. Let's get back a little bit. All right. So same idea though, if you need to adjust your sit bones, please do. We're going to reach up. Rotate the belly button to the left leg and then fold over the left leg. Keep your right sit bone grounded, spine nice and tall. And then from here, using the hands, use them against the floor, pressing more into this left hand. Imagine kind of sweeping that right hand around again. We did that earlier to feel just a little bit of a twist. Inhale, come on back to the top. Rotate around to the right leg and then do the same thing here, fold. Kind of check out where your belly button's pointing, right? So is it the floor on the inner thigh, closer to the thigh? Yeah. See if you use your hands, if you can turn your belly button to point more toward the leg, and in your mind anyway, think it's traveling back kind of behind. Doesn't literally do that, but you get the idea. Another big breath. And then back up to the top. Let's release the arms. Take the left hand, pin it up underneath the right leg. Reach the right arm up, and we're moving over toward these left toes, but forget that for right now. See if you can bring the left elbow to the inner thigh. Maybe all the way to the floor. You don't have to have the floor. The idea is to use the elbow against the inner thigh here for stability and leverage, basically. Right? If this is too much for your right shoulder, the hand can come to the hip. We want to press the elbow into the thigh, and this time, instead of turning the belly button toward the thigh, imagine turning your belly button toward the ceiling. Root the pelvis, lengthen the spine. Nice big breaths. With the inhale, we're coming back to the top. And we will move to the second side. So this right hand underneath the left thigh. Left arm up and over. Elbow as much to the inner thigh as you can manage. More leverage, of course, right? And then turning the belly button toward the ceiling-ish. One more big breath. With the inhale, making your way back up to the top again. Release the hands, and we're going to come to center. Okay. From here, think belly button to the floor and just simply come forward. Your belly button might not come anywhere near the floor. Just in that direction. Keeping the spine long. Sit bones rooted. Toes flexed, pointing toward the ceiling. Hinge back up again. Bring the legs back together. And then wiggle. Make your waist that you have someplace to go when we do rock. Well, when we do roll all the way back. Right. So feet flat to the floor, hanging onto your hamstrings or your shins here, lifting your chest. And then lift your toes. Balancing here. Keep lifting the chest to balance. We want to tuck the chin in toward the chest and C-curve the spine to roll down to the shoulders, but then roll back up to that seated position. And it's like the perfect amount of momentum, but only as much momentum as you need. Use your abdominals, your back muscles, so we C-curve and round, and roll back up. Take just a few of those. Massage your spine on the floor. It feels good. And it works your abdominals. One more. And then we roll back and stay there. Hugging the chin and the knees into the chest. And then rock side to side. So we went up and down on the spine, and now it's just a little side to side. Taking the feet flat to the floor. Aligning the spine. We're going to bring the left ankle over the right knee. So your foot's kind of hanging off the side. The knee is open to the front of your top of your mat, however your brain sees this now. as much as possible. Taking the fingers, we're going to interlace behind the right thigh here, pulling that leg in as you press the left leg away a little bit with your elbow. So find the stretch. Notice if you've got a little crooked, maybe on the pelvis. Maybe your shoulders have lifted away from the mat. We're going to keep the arms pulling toward the body, but now use the leg to kick back into the hands. And if you did start to feel a little crooked, maybe that straightened the spine out, the pelvis out a little bit again. Hopefully, yes. Couple nice big breaths. And then gently release. Let's go ahead and switch sides then. Right ankle over the left knee. Reach behind the thigh, interlace the fingers, and draw that leg in. So same idea, just looking for a nice little stretch over here. Noticing if the hips have shifted or the spine, shoulders. Keeping the arms pulling in as you start to press the leg back away, realigning the hips, spine, shoulders, more anyway. And then gently release it. Both feet flat to the floor again. Bring the soles of the feet together here and let the knees fall open to the sides. Resting the inner hips, the lower back, your spine, belly. I feel like we overworked the belly too much today, but still release. Draw the knees back together. Pull them into the chest. Now a little rock. And of course, your final twist, you are always welcome to do what feels best for you. Today, since we've done so much twisting already, I'm just going to keep it simple. So knees into the chest, arms open into a T, and let the legs fall to the right. If you feel like you need to adjust it in any way, feel free. You can relax here, because most of the twists we've been doing have not been very restful. So maybe just let gravity do this one. Another big breath. Making your way back to center. And then taking your second side. So again here, ideally just nice and easy and simple. We've done all the working ones. Let this just be restful unless you feel like you need to take another variation. Taking just a couple more breaths on this side. And then making your way back to the middle again. One last time here, squeezing those knees into the chest, forehead to the knees. And then releasing that into a full body stretch. Releasing the stretch and making your way to whatever Shavasana is going to look like. Taking the time to align your body on the floor. Feeling even and relaxed. Releasing control of your breath. And working to keep the mind quiet and present. A random thought wanders in, let it wander right back out. Allowing yourself just a few moments to rest fully. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But if you're ready, allow the breath to deepen, the body to move and stretch. Keeping the eyes closed and mind quiet. slowly make your way back to seated. Sitting well. Bringing the palms to touch. Bowing to the light within. Namaste. Yeah, yoga. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that I got the digestive juices flowing so you can undo any damage that may have been done this week. And I thought I was going to say something else, but now I can't remember what, so it's all good. All right, stay warm, and I will see y'all next week.